How's it going, everyone? I want to talk about a really nice company that is coming into my buy zone that has a really nice chart to it. And without further ado, let's talk about RVSN. So this is the chart for RVSN, and what I want to do is I want to go over the do's, the don'ts, the purpose of my strategy, how do I find precise entries, and where do I look for the best opportunities to get in so I do have very to little to none drawdown. So I don't want to make this thing long. I want to show you guys the purpose of this strategy is to, first of all, you need to have these on your chart, right? I have the Keltner channels, the top, this red band is the upper band. It's considered the sell zone. When price comes above, you can expect a sell-off to happen here. Now, can expect this big of a sell-off? No. But we do know price will come back to my these four bands in the middle, which are EMAs. And that's the purpose of this strategy. I use a combination of factors. How do I find an uptrend? First of all, you look for the EMA 50 to be at the very bottom. If the EMA 50 is not at the very bottom, it's a downtrend. Every stock is going to be shorted at the EMAs. And then if it's an uptrend, every stock can expect to have bounce effects on the EMA, on my EMAs. Now, the secret of what I found that works is the EMA 10 and 50 had the biggest bounce. So what I call it is the skipping the EMA to another EMA to make that big a bounce. Let me show you exactly what I mean. So I alerted this actually in the Discord. And if you are in the Discord, you know exactly my plan. You know exactly what I'm planning to do. If you go to Swing Trade Alerts, I alerted this at 1:45 p.m. today. And I said one of my favorite stocks is RVSN. We are not at this level yet, but I'm looking at the EMA 50 at around 0.95 range. I said I'm watching it, and on the 50, right now it's at 0.95, the EMA 50. These EMAs change every day, but they give you a general area of where algos are looking to buy it. So what I mean by the skipping EMA, I look to buy this on the EMA 10. On this EMA 10, I had a massive bounce of 48% in one day. If you had $1,000, you literally made half your whole account that you put in this in literally one freaking day. That is a massive pump because you got precise entries. We're not trying to chase the stock when it's up 100%, right? We let the people who want a FOMO get in way above here. I get a lot of people asking me like, what's going to happen? I had this thing at $2. I had this thing at way over $1.50. And the thing is, you have to kind of look at what is going on with the chart. Do not listen to what other people say about this stock. Do your own due diligence. Look at the chart. The chart's going to tell you a story. It tells me this stock is in an uptrend, right? It not only did it did not do a quick pump and dump and went right below the EMA 50, which I see happen a lot. I played this setup many times. I can show you this whole week we have made massive returns on setups like this. For example, CTM. What happened? We had this massive pump. What happened? EMA 10 right here. Where do we make our profits? We made 48% on the EMA 10. We wait for the skip effect. We've skipped the EMA 20 and go to the 50. Remember, the 10 and 50, in my experience, is the best. And it avoids losses. Right here, we played on the 50, you're up 65%. That is literally one day right in here and another day right in here. That's the power of this strategy. KULR. I'm just showing you examples of what I'm looking at that will show you guys examples of why this works. Right in here, you got a 20% on the EMA 10, and on the 50, you got a 50%. Now, you might ask, well, how do I look to take my gains? And because I get this asked a lot, and what I recommend, based on my experience, because we don't know if it's going to do 50%, we don't know if it's going to do 20%, on these EMAs. So what I say is always take 10%. If you take 10%, and that's my goal here on RVSN, is at least get 10%. I need to at least get 10%. And based on how this stock moves, 10% is very doable. All right. Now, a company like NVIDIA, that's a little harder. It's a bigger cap. So if I take 10%, I will take off 90% of my position. So if you have 1,000 shares, you take off 900 shares at 10% profit, and then you hold that last 10% remaining shares. That way you're not missing out on the massive gains that it could give you, and you hold that at break even. So this is my plan for RVSN. This is my strategy. This is how I look to get precise entries. Now, granted, this is not going to work all the time. I'm not telling you that this can't just blow right through the EMA 50, but If you looked in the Discord, I show you guys exact areas of interest, and I'll show you guys a different time frame that I also like to look at. The bigger the uptrend, the better time zones you can look at. So I'm looking at 0.9599 for a load zone. And in the premium chat, I also put another thing in here. My next buy is 88 to 90 cents. So where did I come up with those load zones? Well, the first load zone is on the EMA 50. That is at 94 cents right now. I look to buy a penny or two above it because each day this EMA 50 is going to go up a penny. Look, 93 and it went to 94. This was 85 and went to 88. It's going to go up a couple pennies because as the days go by and it's uptrending, the EMAs go up if it's uptrending, okay? So first off, we hit this upper Keltner channel. These are at extreme overextended settings. So if a stock does that, it's really bullish. We have the EMA 50 at the bottom. Where do I look to buy? This EMA 50, okay, guys? So that's my load zone. I actually got in after hours. Why did I get in? Is because of this this analysis. I saw in this, if you go to my swing trade alerts, I said alert. I mean, I'm buying RVSN after hours under $1, 95 to 99 cents. I bought every penny under $1. I bought some shares. I bought 98 cents. I have a 98 cents average, and this is looking really good. So I started buying it. For my example right now, I am up quite a bit. I'm up 9%. Now, I am going to hold this overnight because I think this could be a bigger runner than 10%. So I think I nailed this. And this is where, how convenient, this is where the algos are pumping it. So I really like this stock. The whole market is up. This thing was down a lot. I think this is going to get a nice bump. And if you look at my other loading zones, look what is coming into confluence. On the weekly chart, we had this EMA 10. So we have a big zone on the daily. We have a big zone on the weekly, all matching up. The weekly is at $1, $1.01. You can see right here, the weekly EMA 10. And then the next big zone is at 88 cents. So they're all tight together. I like the daily EMA 50 to make sure it kind of matches. But I also will look at this weekly channel and be like, what's that 10 and 20 at? And they're pretty close together. And so that's how I get my loading zone. Worst case scenario, it hits the 20. Well, where would I look to stop out? Well, I would look to stop out about 10% under the 20. Okay, so all in all, if I buy this at 98 cents, which is where I did, I have a 20% stop loss. So I'm coming into this stock with a plan. I'm coming into it, I'm going to take 10%. Okay, and then I'm coming into what's my risk? What am I going to risk? I'm risking this under the EMA 20. That's my stopping point. If it goes below that, then significant below that, then I don't like it. It's okay if it hits it, like goes a little under and then goes up. So I really like this stock. This is my strategy. I call it the skipping the EMA strategy. I look for EMA level, like the EMA 5 to break to the 10. I buy the 10, and then I look for the 20 to break to the 50. And then I also look for, are we touching my Keltner channel, which are extreme overextended settings, which you'll find in the Discord. And then if you lose all this, I look at the daily and the weekly to give me the best buy zone possible. And the reason I look at that is, look at RGTI, another thing that I posted a video about. We had this EMA 50 here. This was a buy zone, okay? This thing pumped 100, almost 93% from the lows. But look at this. This was the best buy zone right here. This is a very bullish chart, right? The EMA 10, and then you had a bounce, and then the EMA 20 is your weekly. The weekly is going to give you the best signals. So I need to say, okay, where is my buy zones located? And that's the same thing I'm doing with RVSN. Okay, there's going to be different areas that are more profitable. This EMA 20 is going to be your best area to buy. Does it get there? Not all the time. I think this is going to start pumping, okay, guys? And I'm glad I got in under $1. But that's being a part of the benefits of being in the Discord. Is it going to cost you a lot? Absolutely not. I'm not going to charge you $100 like most Discords, okay? I think that's ridiculous. Trading is hard. We're using probabilities. I am not going to say I'm the best trader out there, but I am going to say I'm going to work my butt off to make you guys profitable. Okay, so with a strategy that works, back test and everything. We are playing a probability game. If you guys read Mark Douglas, his Trading in the Zone, you will change your psychology and understand that anything can happen in the market. Okay, so we got to prepare for the worst, but we also have to use a system that that's been back tested and working. And this thing works for me. I've been doing it for over 6 years. But basically what we have is this big run up, right? We can clearly see a nice pattern here. And then we have a cool down, which is all the way coming down. I would love to see price come out and break all through these highs here, right? So we have all these candles in here. This is your cooldown, and this is literally what I would love to see, right? We touch this EMA 50, and then we break to the upside, okay? And that's really what it is. It's just a massive, big freaking bull flag of, us cooling down. We don't know how and then we use the EMA levels for the levels to enter, okay? It's that simple. And then we take a probability. This probability of a trade works a lot. I showed you guys many examples that worked. I did a CTM. I'm up over 40%. What happened? We had this massive bull flag coming down, and then we had this big old freaking pump here, 62%. What happened right here, guys? EMA 10, pump 47%. Are you getting the pattern of why the skipping the EMA strategy works on how to find a big bullish stock? Like this stock is trending. It went way above the Keltner channels. Then we come back down to areas of interest, and that's the same thing RVSN doing. This is not a trashy company. They had lots of good news. They regained compliance. I don't see this thing just going under, okay? This is my alerts. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm buying this stock. I do agree that it's one of the best setups out in the market. I trade Fubo today. What happened, guys? It hit the EMA 10. I bought it after hours when it hit the 10. It pumped up. It hit my target of over 10%. I got in at the exact lows here at 370, 370s. So, and you see this pattern a lot. So the people ask me, well, what target should I do? Always aim for 10%. It's not complicated, so it really helps you not to have FOMO. Be like, well, I wanted to get 100% and all that. When you start aiming for unrealistic targets, it gets frustrating because you're going to be up 30% and then it's going to go back to your average, and then it could go under your average, and then you're going to just want to take minor gains. And you see it's a roller coaster. You're trying to mess with your emotions, okay? Take those fast gains, hold some of it at break even. Highly recommend holding it some at break even. If it stops you out, it's not a big deal. You made money already. All right, guys, this is RVSN. It's one of the most bullish setups in the market right now. I'm extremely bullish on it. And if you guys want to join the premium Discord, click the link down below in YouTube comments below and in the description. It'll take you to this free chat landing page. If you guys want to become a member, all you have to do is hit day trade alerts right in here. You'll have access to my day trades and swing trades for $12 a month. And that's it. It won't cost you anything more than that. It will be a lifetime deal here. And you're going to have an access to a strategy that works. You're going to have access to a community, one-on-one mentorship, live streams, and most importantly, you check out the day tradings. If you have the whole membership, you can do the day trades. I've won, I'm in a big win streak doing day trades. And I do one of the less risky strategies, selling credit spreads, that I would love to show you guys how to do it. Watch the day trading education video on how to make money every day doing this strategy. And then the swing trading education videos. I'm going to upload a new video soon in the swing trading education on this rule that I'm talking about. As I say, if you're in the Discord, I come up with new improvements as the market goes, how the market moves in real time. I love this strategy. I've been working on this for a long. I have a strategy that trades with the trend and trades against the trend. ADTX, we made a massive pump. What happened with ADTX? It's going against the trend. And today, we went up over 68%. Look at this stock. No one would trade this. But I knew that price is going to come back to this EMA 20. And when it's going to my bizarre limit, I look to trade that. And that's why it went up 68% from the lows. So, if you guys like this video, give it a like, subscribe, comment. I love to see. I love the support you guys do. If you guys do want to subscribe, do it on your computer to avoid the iOS fee. And if you have an Android, you will have to do it on your computer or use your phone's browser like Google or Safari, and then you can use the Discord just as fine. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Happy trading. If you guys are in the Discord, I would love to get you in, guys. Let's get you squared away. Let's get you a nice game plan, a plan that works, a community that's very friendly, and it's not going to cost you guys a lot. So dip your toes in this. All right, guys, peace out and happy trading.